Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a great week. And yes, today we are going to be covering the engineering skill guide and how to level it up in game, and how worth it is it to start with a skill when you create your character, and how easy is it to level it up in game. Okay. Now, before we start the video, I just want to crush one argument that I've had with every single engineering video that I've made. And that is that everyone keeps telling me build the chests. Build the chests are better. Build the raft is better. Build this is better. And I just want to get this out of the way, guys. So when you level up engineering, you want to make sure that you get the most amount of experience per plank that you add to a blueprint, because that you can do at the beginning of the game with no survival skill and no engineering skill. You can just chop down a tree, okay, chop down the logs into planks, and then add the planks to the blueprints. The only thing with the blueprint that I always tell you guys to use, which is the single door frame blueprint, is you can't put the blueprint down close to a point of interest, okay? So you can't add planks to a blueprint at the sawmills if you're using the single door frame. So you have to go into the forest where you can place blueprints down, or at your base or whatever. But it still saves you a lot of time, and there's still an experience difference, okay? Now, to show you this experience difference, I'm gonna add one plank, okay? But if I add one plank, you guys won't really see the difference. So what I've done now is I've spawned in 10 planks, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I'm going to add 10 planks to the single door frame, okay? So Shift F, okay? And Shift F. And of course, it's using one knife use. Okay, but you can craft stone, you can craft a stone knife really easily. So with those 10 planks, we have gained 1,000 experience. Okay, with no engineering skill. Now we go over to the chest, the two chests, and again, just 10 planks. 10 planks. How much XP do we get per plank? Okay, so here we go again. So guys, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what tests, it's not everyone that argues with me, but every single person that argued with me, you are watching a video that is outdated, or you are watching someone that's just copying someone else, okay? Most of the videos on YouTube is made out of the development notes, or the patch notes, or a video, or it's a lot of copy and paste. What you guys must understand is I test these things on a weekly basis, okay? And there are people with more hours in the game than me, but there's no one else that does everything in the game like me. My passion is to figure out things in a survival game. My passion is survival games at their core, okay? So I'm not a PvPer, I'm not a PvEer, I'm not a builder, I'm not a driver, I'm a survivalist. Okay, when I play the game, I do everything. I love everything, and I don't overdo anything. I love exploring. I love looting. I love dying. I love killing. I love building. I love everything that has to do with the survival game. So please, later at a later point in time, this will change again, but this has never changed. The single door frame, okay? Since the 0.5 update, the single door frame is always going to give you more experience than the chests. So 10 chests, guys, is giving us 265 experience. Yes, you can place the chest anywhere, but it's just not worth it, okay? It's just not worth it. So single door frame is the best when you have no engineering and no survival. Okay? Now let's go look at when you have basic engineering and basic survival. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so now we are at basic survival and basic engineering. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys, what people suggest and what is the best way possible, because that's what I spent 8 hours one day. For 8 hours one day, I was crafting every single item in the crafting menu to try and wrote down every single number. So I start a new character, build something. Start a new character, build some, because your experience that you gain gets more the higher you level up. Okay, so I started like 300 new characters, and crafted each and every item to see what's giving you the most XP here. So when it comes to when you get to basic engineering, you still can't craft the chest, okay? Which is the only chest that really matters. But everyone's just keeping on the chest because they're copying and pasting information that they get online, okay? So you still can't craft the chest. Now what you can craft is basically the raft. So we've still got the single door frame. We've still got the chest. Now we can craft the raft. And now we've got this, which I told you guys in the previous video. Once you hit basic, then you go for the small log shed. Okay, but don't trust me. Let's look at it. So we're at basic engineering now with 0 XP. Okay, let's add 10 planks to the blueprint. Of course, you're going to use less planks now, guys. So I actually have to craft another blueprint here, because as your engineering goes up, you're using less blueprints or less materials to craft the same thing. So, okay, we're going to add 4 planks here. And yeah, I just know somebody in the comments is going to tell me it's because you used the katana to fill the blueprint. So I'm putting in a stone knife in my hands, guys, in case they just, people love arguing, but in any case, so there's 4. There's 4. And there's 2. That's 10 planks. So 10 planks at basic still just gives you 1,000 XP. Okay? That's why I said when you hit basic, you go to this. You go to the small log shed. Okay? And now again, we've just got 10 planks here. Okay? We've just got 10 planks in our vicinity. We fill this one. And we fill this one. That's 10 planks. There we get 1,400, 1,350. Okay, if you have to be precise, 1,330 XP, which is better than that. That's why I tell you move to this. Okay, makes a big experience the more planks you add, but the big thing is the XP per plank. That's where the difference comes in. Okay, so 1 plank won't really show you guys the difference, but 10 planks, I hope 10 planks shows you guys the difference. And then we get back to the chests that everyone has been arguing with me about for the last year. Okay, so now we add 2,450 and we add 10 planks to this. $2,450, that gives you 550, 1,200. Okay, 1,200. So when you hit basic engineering, the chest is better than the single door frame once you hit basic, but it's not better than the small log shed. Okay? Now, let's go to the last option. Now we're sitting with 3,000, and of course, guys, we're gaining more XP because we're leveling up our engineering now, but let's just stick to the basics here. So 3,740, okay, 3,750. Let's add 10 planks here because the raft takes 36 planks. Okay, so there we go. 10 planks. 3,450 gives you 1,500, 1,600. Okay. So I personally haven't used the raft yet. I don't know if it's because we are, it's because we are gaining more skill points now as we're going up. But yeah, raft is not a bad idea, guys. That's 1,600 experience. So the raft, okay, is actually better. Now, if it's experience, then that should be this now. If it's because we're leveling up, then that should be this. So this is on 1,600 experience. Okay. So let's see what this gives us now. 10 planks. So on, okay. So to beat the raft, we need to end on 6,700. We need to end on 6,700. Let's just delete these two quickly. We need to end on 6,700. No, we don't end on 6,700. Okay, so when you're at basic, then the raft is actually better than these, okay? But this is still better than this. All the arguments are the chest, okay? This is still better than this. But now we've learned something. This is now better than this. Remember, I tested everything from basic, okay? So now let's go look at medium, okay? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so when you start with no engineering, now I didn't take survival with this build. I just wanted to make sure, because I don't build rafts a lot, but I don't take any survival just to make sure that the raft is connected to engineering. So if you start with no engineering, you can't craft the raft, okay? So you are forced to craft the single door frame. It's only when you hit basic engineering that you're allowed to craft the raft, and then the raft replaces the small log shed. Now this, only when you hit medium. So we are at medium engineering now. Only when you hit medium does the medium chest come into play, okay? Now the medium chest is viable. Now the medium chest can give you a lot of experience, and you can put it down at the sawmills, which helps you quite a lot, okay? So we're gonna just do what we do in the year, 10 planks. I skipped the other things, guys. These are the big hitters. So it's the medium chest now, okay? The last thing that you can build in the building menu at the medium engineering, and then the raft. Okay, so these are the three big hitters that are left now. So let's quickly see who wins here. Okay, so at the chest category, I don't know why I crafted 2, but in any case, we have got 0 engineering. We add 10 planks to the medium chest. We gain 2,415, okay, XP. So it's viable now. It's viable, okay? It's definitely viable. Now we come to the big chest, which you craft in the crafting menu. So this has to go past 4,800 to be better than that, okay? It doesn't. So it's a little bit weaker than that, okay? But not by a lot, but of course this has got more flexibility. You know, you can play on a lot more different, you can place it at the sawmill, so that's just much better. I mean, if the experience that you gain between the two are roughly the same, you have to go for the medium chest, because, you know, now you've got the advantage of where you can place it. So for the raft to beat both of them, the raft has to end on 2,000 is 6,700 plus 800, 7.5. Okay, so it's got to go past 7.5 to beat both of them. It doesn't go past 7.5, guys. So clearly, the medium chest wins, okay, at medium engineering. And I hope we've crushed this argument now, okay? Never, ever, okay, unless you're forced to, use the wooden chest to level up engineering. Okay, it's a major waste of your time because you have to chop down more trees. You have to loot the sawmills more. You just have to do everything more. Okay, so this is finalized now. With no engineering skill, you only craft the single door frame for the max amount of skill points in engineering. At basic engineering, you only craft the big improvised raft for the max amount of engineering. And at medium, only at medium engineering, do you use the chest, which is going to be, which is just going to give you the most experience, and it's going to be the easiest. Now, one thing I've never tested, but I want to know, so not a lot of people want to know this, but once you hit advanced engineering, what's the best then? So let's find that out. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we've got the 3 big hitters now, and we're at advanced engineering. Okay, so when you hit advanced, what do you build if you are crazy in the head and you want to get to advanced plus? Well, we've got the 3 big hitters, the raft. I changed it up to I went from the storage shelf to the large log shed just to see what happens there. We can't really craft that because we need foundations for that, okay? And we can't craft that because we need resources for that. We can't add planks to the metal chest, okay? But because scrap metal isn't that hard to find, let's test it out because this is in-game, okay? When you reach this level, it shouldn't be that hard for you to get 10 scrap metal, okay? So let's go scrap metal 10. Okay, so there we've got 10 pieces of scrap metal just for the jokes of it. Okay, let the competition begin. So first up, we've got let me just get the right name for it here. We've got the improvised wooden chest, okay? We've got 10 planks in our inventory. And we have got 0 experience. So let's go. And now we're not using 10 planks. You're funny, game. You're very funny, eh? You're very funny. Okay, so 8 there. 2 there. And we have 4,400. Okay, let's just round it off, guys. 4,400. Second is the large log shed with 10 planks in our vicinity. So it was 4,400. So this one has to go past 8,800 to be competitive. No, close, but no cigar. Close, but no cigar. That still wins with utility because you can put it down everywhere and a little bit more experience. Now, for the final contestant here, we need to end at 13,100. We need to go above 13,100 to beat the chest. We did not. We did not go past 30,100. So the medium chest wins by a mile. And now, if we really desperate, let's see what happens here. So 4,400 gives us 17,350. 17,350. And we need to craft 2 of these to use 10 scrap metal. 7 and 3. Wow, that's close. That's close, but not major. Okay, close but not major, guys. The difference isn't that big, and you're not going to get scrap metal from the sawmills, you know. But you can farm the factory. You can farm the scrapyard for scrap metal. You can farm the big city for scrap metal. that actually gives you more. That actually gives you more. So guys, they give you the same XP roughly, okay? But you can decide whether you want to farm the sawmills or whether you want to farm the scrapyard, because you're finished with your base. You don't need any more scrap metal for your base, and you just want to farm engineering to advanced plus because you're crazy. Okay. And the last bonus tip that I will give you guys here, the reason that I skipped this in the demolition guide is because I do not feel it's worth it to, let me just get a chainsaw here. I don't feel it's worth it to focus on demolition when you don't have engineering yet. Because I feel engineering overall is more important than demolition. Okay, so let's just get the canister here. Okay, so we get the chainsaw. And then we fill it with gas. Okay, so at demolition, I told you to put sticks into, and I'm sure we don't have any demolition skill. No, we don't have any demolition skill. Okay, so in the demolition skill, I told you to add sticks to the spike. Where on earth is it? Oh, I disabled traps, man. Really, Luthais? I'll be back now, guys. I just disabled mines because I'm testing settings for my new server that I'm going to launch at the end of next month. I'll be back right now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are back. Okay, so what I showed you, I just changed the server settings here quickly. What I showed you is to add sticks to the stake pit to level up your demolition. And I still do that if I'm not at advanced engineering, okay? Because what I do is I cut down the tree with a chainsaw because I get the most amount of planks from a chainsaw. Let me just start this. Okay, so we cut down the tree. Then we cut down the log. Okay, I'm just going to do one log to give you guys an example. I'm just going to do one log to give you guys an example. Let me just drag this forward quickly, just so that I can show you guys a little bit better. Okay, so what I show you guys is to cut down the branch into sticks. Okay, so you cut this down. Okay, and then you process all the small little sticks, and at the end you're going to get quite a few. At the end you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 small sticks. Okay, so let's just put this on our back. So if you don't have advanced engineering, I always add the planks to those blueprints that we spoke about to level up my engineering. And then I take the 10 sticks and I add it to the stake pit to level up demolition. But once you reach advanced engineering and you don't care about engineering anymore and you want to focus on demolition, then you can use the entire tree to level up your demolition. And what I mean by that is when we go now to our demolition, we've got no demolition, okay? So that's why I wanted to use one log and, you know, the small sticks that you get from one branch so that we can just compare that. Okay, maybe I use 10 planks. Yeah, you're probably going to get more sticks than you're getting planks. So let's just do one more plank, guys, because we're going to use 10 sticks. So let's use 10 planks quickly. Or 12 planks. Okay. So when you've reached advanced engineering, Okay, then what you can do is you can craft the stake pit. Okay, and then you can add the 10 sticks to it. So that's going to give us 300 experience, okay, for every 10 sticks. And you can get quite a few sticks through this, guys. But now you can go to your planks, okay? And now I only do this because I love the fact that I can level up engineering and demolition from one tree. But once I hit advanced engineering, I'm not really interested in getting to advanced plus engineering. So now I want to get to advanced demolition as fast as possible. Now I can process the entire tree for demolition by crafting the barbed spike trap. Okay. And we just put the blueprint down here. So Alt C. Okay, so we've reached the max blueprints. That's the only thing that's a little bit irritating, yeah? Okay, so now all you do is you press, you just put the plank, okay, into this. So one plank into a barbed spike trap gives you 53 demolition, which might not sound like a lot, but you can get a lot of planks from a tree. Okay, so I added there, and I added there. Okay, it's still giving me experience in demolition, and the higher your demolition goes, the more experience you get. So my character's at medium demolition on Survival Evolved. I've got someone with advanced engineering, so now I'm just focusing on my demolition skill. And when I do 10 of these blueprints, and I add the planks to them, and then I add all the sticks to the stake pit trap, I get about 80,000 experience, guys, on my way to advanced demolition. I get roughly about 18 to 21,000 experience from a tree, depending on how many logs the tree gives me, because some trees gives you a lot of logs, other trees don't give you so many logs. Okay, so if you just want to focus on demolition, then use the entire tree to add the planks to the spike trap and the sticks to the stake pit. So there's your bonus tip for you. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and just click the like button. And if you want to see and learn everything there is to see and learn about Scum, do yourself a favor and click the subscribe button and then the bell button next to the subscribe button to be notified of future videos. And then next time, we're just going to do the last skill that we haven't covered yet, which is medical. Okay. And if you've got any further questions, let me know down in the comments below. And of course, to give a score, starting with advanced engineering with your starting build, if base building is something that you enjoy, I give it a 10 out of 10. Because again, the engineering skill allows you to craft the most, it opens up the most recipes in the crafting menu. Okay, and the big thing for people is you need advanced engineering to craft all the ammunition. That's a big thing for people. Okay, you need advanced engineering to craft enforced locks and the advanced zappers, which is also very important. It's just with the traders at the moment, I'll never craft advanced lock protection again, because the advanced lock protection is just way too cheap at the traders at the moment. So I'll still get enforced locks by looting bunkers, or I'll just go to cargo drops regularly to get the enforced locks, because buying them isn't really worth it, and crafting them to sell them isn't really worth it either. But I mean, the big thing for me is, yes, it does open up all the crafting recipes, but the biggest thing for me is, if I don't have a guy with advanced engineering in my clan, and I want to build a massive base, then advanced engineering is not going to only open up all the crafting recipes for me, but it's going to allow me to use about 40% less resources to craft that base. Okay, 40% less resources means if you're going to spend, let's say 40% divided by 5, if you're going to spend 5 months on your base, if you start with advanced engineering, you're only going to start 3 months. You're only going to spend 3 months to craft that same base. Okay, that's the big thing for me. It's a lot faster to get to where you want to get. And of course, it takes you time to gather all the resources for your base. But because you start with advanced engineering, it's not only saving you time with building, it's saving you, time with looting for the resource that you need, because you require about 40% less resources, than starting with no engineering. But in any case, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. And in the next video, we're going to cover the medical skill guide. And then after that, we're going to do the final trader guide, where I'm going to show you guys how to get stinking rich very, very fast if you cover end game content in Scum. What I mean by that, you are already doing kill boxes, you are already going after cargo drops, and you can loot all the military points of interest quite easily, okay, because you've grinded to be experienced in the game, you've watched all my videos. Then you can become stinking rich, and we'll cover that after the medical guide. Hope you guys have a great day. See you guys next time. Cheers.